Kick this off with Jim Hillary.
All right, thank you, Richard.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about was in Northern Virginia. We represent about 1,300 Verizon employees up in Norva, and we have Culpeper, Winchester, Warrenton, Leesburg. I have 72 technicians are facing layoff and will be laid off because of this downsizing. But we do not believe for 1 minute that this is because of a lack of work. I'll give you an example. These 72 technicians are facing layoff. I got 100 loaners, 105 loaners in my area right now working. So these 72 are being laid off. I've got mandatory overtime. Companies doing mandatory overtime because they can't get the work done in normal hours. And it's very clear that the work's there. This is a very profitable company. This isn't a company that's losing money. It's not failing. They're making money. You've seen their profits. And we believe that Verizon should be a leader, be providing good jobs to help us recover this economy instead of adding to the problem. And so we have some members here today. I have one from my local that is going to tell you how this is affecting him. So I'll give it back to Richard.
Thank you, Jim. So now we want to bring up Evan Seppert. Evan Seppert is a technician. He's affected by this from the Northern Virginia area. Evan,
like they said,
up here.
I'm Evan Seppert. I'm out of Warrenton, Virginia. Been working for Verizon for about 3 years. Single dad with 3 kids, and I'm basically being told that on February I gotta start joining the unemployment. It's not as though there's a lack of work. I got customers telling me all the time that, hey, when are you going to bring that Fios into my neighborhood? When are you going to bring it into my area? I'm ready to move over as soon as you get it there. And I'm being told by other customers that I've been out of service for 3 weeks. I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad you're finally here. And it just doesn't. It's kind of sad. It doesn't make a lot of sense that I'm being told that I'm going to have to go. So I just came up to share my story.
Very good.
Thank you, Evan. And again, we're here not to bash Verizon. We feel Verizon is a very good corporation. What we're asking Verizon to do is, to simply live up to their responsibilities and to be the leader, in this troubled economy. They're a very profitable company, and they can be the leader. They can not affect small towns all across this Commonwealth, by having these layoffs, and they can actually help the economy by expanding broadband, by making sure that we have opportunities out there to not only ease our transportation problems with telecommuting, but also to provide economic opportunities for small businesses to start in the areas that right now they don't have that opportunity. So right now we want to have Phil Lillendahl. He's from Roanoke. He is in the support staff up in Roanoke area. Phil, you want to say a few words?
Sure. Yeah, I'm in the Roanoke office. I actually just started as a service clerk at the end of August, actually. It's part of a settlement, sort of unofficial admission that they had, charged me falsely, and so they brought me back after firing me. So that was part of the agreement, was that I would take a different position. And I was actually the first customer service clerk. They had said, this is an important position, we need it, and they were right, because we have been really backlogged in a lot of area customer service related issues just weren't being touched. Things going on months and months and months, and so I've been working. We got more work than we could possibly do. About five or six of us working it now. Half of us are being laid off, and it's like I said, it's more the work than we can even do, and it's things that if we don't address them, customers will continue to not have their service. you know, we're the ones that fix problems where customers' bills have been wrong for like 6 months, and we work on it, get, you know, work with the right departments. We save a lot of customers too. A lot of customers, by the time we get to me, they're saying, you know, I think I might just leave, and we're able to do enough to save the customer and fix their problems and turn them into very excited customers. So it's frustrating in that regard, because I see like the level of service is going to go down, and it's not for lack of need that we're going in. I think it's an oversight, and it's unfortunate because we can make a big impact. And like I said, we're working around the clock to do this work, and it's still going to be there, but there aren't going to have many people to do it anymore. So that's first.
Thank you, Phil. Now we want to bring up Travis Bass. He's also from the Roanoke area, and he's also affected. Say a few words.
I am also one of the office reps for Local 2204. You guys probably call Chief Stewards. I've been with the company since May of 06, and I started as a consultant and downgraded to a clerk job in April. When management came through and said that these clerk jobs were available to help the support staff, we were promised, you know, there's stability, there's work for you guys, it's not going to be a layoff status. And the company gave us the impression that, you know, our work was valid, we needed it there. Just like Phil said, his group is overwhelmed. They are dealing with issues that are 6-7 months old, customers who haven't had dial tone for weeks, elderly people who have been slammed with the services that they didn't authorize. There's work there. In my group, I do a lot of tracking and adjustments on the financial end to see where we can cut some loss. That work there is not going to get any better. Without us, in my group, there's 2 people left. 13 officers are leaving to handle a call center in 4 states when we get the bulk of the customer service callback issues. When they brought out the Article 35 and told us, our manager and Tony's leader, Vicki Boston, said, it's not because work isn't here, it's budgetary. She flat out admitted that there's plenty of work for us to do, but it's because they have a budget in their numbers. That's something the company needs to fix because it's affecting us. I can't see where you have $4.6 million in profit, but there's not enough to keep us on payroll. And in the end, the customers are going to suffer. We can't even meet our repair time now, much less our customer service aspect. It takes 4 or 5 billing cycles for one credit to hit an account because it's not done correctly to start with. There is work and improvement there. I don't know why me and Phil and several other ones are losing their job, and in the end, the customers lose too. They're not growing their business, and it's going to hurt the company plus us in the long run.
Thank you, Travis. Now, Charles Craddock is he's a technician in the Richmond area. Can you say a few words?
I'm Charles Craddock. I'm a FiOS tech here in Richmond. I've been here since February of 05, and just like everybody else here, you know, less than 5 years. This isn't your typical trying to push the old people out. You know, this is people just starting their careers. This isn't a job. This is a career, and there's a big difference. I can think of 9 people just in my garage alone. 9 people that purchased a home in 2009. During the worst economy that anybody on this corner has ever seen. That's contributing to Virginia, that's contributing to the economy. You know, we've kept it afloat. If you kept track with the stocks, while the market was crashing, we maintained. You know, and customers all the time say, yeah, I'm purchasing stock right now. I mean, y'all are holding your own. Some people, the same day they were told that they were going to be laid off, in the same conversation, we're told they were going to be forced out of town because the workload is so high, and that's unacceptable. And people are, you know, going long time without service. And as Evan said earlier, people want the service. They're pushing the service out. $4.7 billion, not this year, but in the 3rd quarter. So we're not even done with the whole year. So you know, this is my duty to my wife and my children and Virginia to try to fight this and try to keep people's livelihoods intact. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Charles.